What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today's video, we're going to talk about the natural ability in our hounds. Okay, so before we start hashing out the video, I just want to give a huge thanks and a huge shout out and just let you know how grateful that I am that you follow my content, and that is Nick at Nightlife Kennels. I think if anybody has done any type of searching on YouTube in the coon hunting community or anything to do with coon hunting, you have ran into this channel, you have ran into his content. A lot of the searches that you make on YouTube to come to coon hunting, he's the #1 video out there. So huge shout out to you, man. I would love to have you on the podcast. I would love to have you here on the channel, and I would love to have your thoughts on more of my videos. And I'm open here, So let's get ahead and go ahead and jump into the natural ability video. Okay, so there's a lot of aspects to natural ability. There's a lot of approaches that we can take when it comes down to natural ability. First and foremost, what we need to do is we need to train in such a way that we're allowing the natural ability of our dog to shine. And how that would be is to only give the dog what it needs, right? A minimalist approach to training is a very good approach to training. And we can have all of our bag of tricks, we can have all of our processes that we go through, we can have all of this knowledge, but we also need to understand how to apply that knowledge and how we're applying it. Now, I know these videos, I can talk fast and I can repeat myself a lot and make it seem like it's a very fast-paced thing, but it's not. It's really not. And I can make it seem like it's very complicated, but it's not. We need to apply this in such a way that benefits us and the dog in the utmost way, and that would be in a minimalist approach. So the less of something that we can do, the better off that we are in the long run, and the better our dog is actually, right, in this natural ability department. Now, see, I came through and developed all my training techniques and applied them to all these different dogs and got all these different results, and I've taken what's worked and what's not worked, and this is kind of what I'm giving you guys here on the channel, is the stuff that I've worked out, stuff that I've hashed out, the stuff that I've tested back and forth in trainings with different dogs, the same dog. I've had a massive process, and I just had a journey for a very long time of figuring this out, because at the end of the day, what happens to a lot of us is we just get plinked in the world of coon hunting, and we get the dogs thrown on us, and we just go, I have not the slightest idea, so we just do and do and do and do, and we try and try and try and try. And everybody at some degree has had this, and who has dogs that are going, they have had this, and they have hashed out their own personal way to train dogs. And that is respectable. That is very respectable. And I don't want anybody to ever think here on the channel that I disagree or I look down on somebody for training away or doing this, because I know the real struggle of training dogs. I know how hard it can be and how difficult some dogs can get, right? And I just understand that. But my approach, if you guys follow here on the channel and you guys have kept up on the training side of things, everything that I've developed in a way, in my opinion, it lends its hand to the natural ability of the dog. And that's what I always said, and that's what I always sought after, because I knew this just from hearing out there, natural ability dogs are natural, they're natural, they're natural. And I just kind of wanted that, right? We all seek that. We want a natural ability dog. And even at the highest level in the tippy top of the coon hunting world, people are seeking super freaks of nature, natural ability dogs that are just jaw-dropping dogs. And what I understand and what I learned very early on is that if we train in bad ways, we can muffle the natural ability of a dog. We can chop the natural ability of a dog off at the knees. We can cause a natural dog to not be natural. So when I train, and the way that I try to explain to you guys to train, is we need to approach it to lend our hand to the natural ability of the dog. The more natural dog we have, the less training that it's going to need. the less effort that it's going to take us putting into our training. And that is just kind of how it shakes out. Natural ability, what we can understand for about natural ability is, number one, that dogs are born with it, right? They're bred for it, they're born with it. It's genetics, it's traits that show on the dog, whether you're there or not. It's just like, does a tree make a sound if it falls in the middle of the forest and no one's around, right? It's that kind of situation. It absolutely does. That dog's going to do what it's going to do. And we need to also understand that dogs that have a very high natural ability that are not guided properly can also turn into a problematic dog. So we need to be there and kind of let it be the walls that the dog bounces off of and put it on a path. And the easier way we go about this, the less interference that we have in the dog, the more natural that the dog is going to be, if it has the natural potential. And that's something that I talk about here on the channel, is the natural potential of our dogs. And I like a dog that has a lot of natural potential. Maybe not so much natural ability, because I do extremely enjoy training of dogs, and I enjoy the challenge that dogs give and the persistence and the determination that it takes to train a dog. So I'm kind of the guy, I do prefer a natural ability dog, but I prefer more so a dog with natural potential, and I like getting the natural potential to turn into natural ability, because we have dogs that are just flat out have the abilities to do things, and we have the dogs that have a lot of potential to be a natural dog, and we train for this, right? We want a natural dog. At the end of the day, the less hands on the pot, the less people get burnt, and it's kind of that sense. And natural ability dogs, they're just going to be rock stars at just about everything. They're going to be ahead of you 10,000 times in trainings. Like, we're going to go try to train it, and the dog's just going to do like the next 7 steps, and we're just going to go, okay, well, I'm not even ready there, right? I'm way back here, he's way up there. So we're going to have that disconnect, and that's when we're going to really go, oh, this is what everybody talks about, supernatural dog. And when I talked about the calibers video, right? So I had the calibers video breaking down the calibers. When we get up into the higher caliber dogs, we're going to have a lot more natural ability dogs. And we're picking down here from the lower of the bucket, or we're just grabbing out in the dark and picking a dog. We have a lot more chance to have a dog that isn't so natural, a dog that doesn't have so much natural ability. Maybe it does. Maybe it has shining natural abilities, just certain areas. They're going to be less complete in this natural ability department. So I want to put that out here too, right here in this video, is that I just want to go out here and I want to say, no matter what level hunter that you are, no matter what caliber dog that you hunt, I don't care if you hunt a $5 million dog, I don't care if you hunt a 5 penny dog. I have the utmost respect for each and every single one of you guys. I have respect for each and every single one of you guys as coon hunters, and I have the respect of you guys as, your issues and your problems that we come across in training. Now, some of these problems can be this big, and some of these problems can be this big, and that it just depends. It just depends. And your experience could be this, my experience could be that. You see these dogs run and you're like jaw dropped. I see the same dogs run and I just go, I don't really care for that very much, right? So it's just all personal preference is cooked into this, and I think I understand that. Without a doubt, I understand that personal preference is something that is personal to each individual, and I don't knock anybody for having a personal preference of any type. And every single coon hunter is welcome here on the channel, and every single coon hunter is welcome to the information that I have here on the channel. And I'm all open ears for everything. I want everybody to engage. I want to hear feedback. I want to have conversations. I want to be proved wrong if I am wrong, because I do not want to feed out bad information. I want to hear if I'm feeding good information, because at the end of the day, I'm just a guy sitting in my kitchen making coon hunting videos, and ultimately I'm just a pretty average guy. But I have trained dogs, and I have had dogs that go, and I have had extremely problematic dogs that I fix problems in, and I've had a lot of time and a lot of hard work, whether it's the right way or the wrong way. I have put in my time as a coon hunter that I am confident in myself that I can get a dog trained, and just about any dog that comes my way. I have the utmost confidence in myself, and even if I can't, I'm gonna never quit trying. And I think that's one thing that we all have in common. But let's go ahead and wrap up the natural abilities video. I know I kind of put a little couple extra things in there, but I hope you guys don't mind that too much. Let's go ahead and jump into the shout outs for the video. I actually have quite a lot of shout outs. I'm going to start with the comments, guys, right? So, Abnormal, you commented on the backpack video. Yeah, I really enjoy this backpack. This is a really good backpack. If you guys haven't seen that video, I have a review on it on the channel. That's an awesome bag. Nick from Nightlife, thank you. You commented on my training overview video, and you came in, and you know, I don't want to put all the information on blast and make it seem like something that it's not. But I really greatly appreciate your comments, and I really greatly appreciate you coming into the channel. And it means a lot to me, man. It really, truly means a lot to me. So you get 2 shout outs to this video. And then we'll go to Harold Willman. You commented. Thank you for your comment. And let's go ahead and talk about some subscribers that have subscribed over the course of the past couple weeks. Reese Moore, Anthony Ballingett, I think I'm saying that correctly. Andy Saley, Itcha Tuckney Outfitters. Thank you all for coming in and subscribing to the content. You guys keep them treated, and do not forget to use promo code Malbrook5 at Dogtra.com for 5% off a Dogtra product, $200 or more. You guys can reach me on Facebook. You guys can reach me on the Facebook group. You have my Facebook page. You guys can reach me on Gmail. I have all the information linked over in the channel bio. So you guys, like I said, keep them treated. Thank you all for stopping in. I hope you guys enjoy the content.